Dr. Pearl here, and welcome to week 4 of our time together. We're moving forward on individual assignments and on the work that you're doing together as a group. I want to thank you for the good information, the insights, the documents that you've been sharing. For the most part, everyone is doing quite well. And I also hope that the assignments are going well for you as you travel down this journey of learning. Hopefully you're finding that the new information is integrating into the experiences that you already have. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have for week 4.
For resources, you're going to be reading 2 more chapters in Hard Facts. And there's another article looking at the organizational commitment, as well as an additional video that can help you move forward in your project. Assignments include 2 discussions and the next piece of your metric plan, development and motivation, and you will also have an individual analytical paper due this week. As you work on your discussion and assignments this week, remember, Matrix for Manager is only one source for Matrix. There are other places you can find options for what matrix you can use or make more sense for your organization. In an HR role, you are driving performance based on what it is that you are finding to be the right initiatives and the right programs. With these initiatives and programs, how are you going to measure success, measure improvement, and other related things? As I said, your matrix for managers is just one source. How do you come up with other sources? Well, go ahead and start by Googling to find other sources of what other organizations are doing, finding matrix that work for them. A lot of the times you'll create your own matrix based on where your organizations are and what they are needing at the time. Here's an example of a situation. So a company's goal is to become VPP certified. This is OSHA's Gold Star standard for safety, and they want to reach this goal over the next 4 years. So there's no matrix out there for how to be VPP certified, other than you just get the certification. So working with a consultant, they decided to look at the following, asking the following questions. How many people on a monthly basis are bringing safety initiatives to management? How many people are taking their own action to create safety in their own area of work? What kind of feedback are they getting when there's a trip hazard training or other safety trainings? They ask managers and other leaders to share when they are catching people do things right, and then ask how many positive notes went out to employees reinforcing a good job. So these are the questions that they asked, the things they thought about before coming up with the matrix for VPP success. Some things to think about on your paper and your group assignment. How are these matrix impacting the organization? What's their relevance? What's the significance? Why is it that you are thinking these will drive the performance of the organization as a whole? And can you look at it driving performance on an individual level, from a team level, as well as saying these are positive and will move the organization towards its goals? Let's look at this from another perspective. Do you have matrix because someone put them into place and no one actually challenged that they are adding value to the organization? Just like some management performance systems that are more effort than the results, they're not adding value, they're adding cost, they're adding time, and they're not effective for performance. So take a look at your goals for the matrix and for your plan. Are they really measuring what you're trying to measure? It's important to look at it that way. The more goals do not equate to better. So you can have goals for attracting candidates. These things could be things like recruiting initiatives, branding, culture, where people are viewing you as the best climate, the best place to work. You want to choose 2 goals. You don't have to have 4 different things for attracting people. So really, what are your key matrix? So each week you might use several matrix to get a feel for that area that we're looking at, whether it's productivity, motivation, recruiting. But when it comes to your final paper, if you have chosen 5 or 6 in a week, which of those do you want to include in the final paper? Because we don't want to get stuck in analysis paralysis. We don't want to get stuck in so many things we're measuring, just the ones that are going to be really impactful, having a high impact to the success, being significant, to be relevant, to be driving performance of your organization. Think of it as, what is the organization's vision, mission, goals, and values? How are you relevant to supporting your organization? What is the impact if you do that, if you choose those matrix? These are what we are talking about for critical thinking projects, and then measure them successfully. Being busy doesn't always mean real work. We are not looking for more activities. We are looking for results. We are looking to put systems into place. We are looking for what is going to drive the organization's performance. And this is how we plan to go with being measured. The idea of being measured. The plan is truly something that's going to help the organization move forward. So in your group work, what does the research say about what motivates us? Think for a moment. Think of some things that might motivate you, and then go ahead and look them up. Some of the areas you might try to get some information are, look at researchers, Decca and Ryan, and how they talk about self-determination, which is an intrinsic type of motivation concept. And then there's organizational citizenship behavior. This is something really interesting to investigate. And then, of course, there's always Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Back in the 1950s created, still is pertinent today. Of course, when it comes to your individual work, cite your resources. Make sure they are creditable. We talked about that. You can go back and look at the discussion expectations, gives you some ideas about your citing resources. And then try to integrate the new information you're receiving with the experience that you already have. And always look to your teammates. You're together to help teach each other and help each other learn.
So, as you take this week to look at developing and motivating talent, take a few moments to think about what motivates you. What are you looking for in development? See if you can find some personal insights as well as learning more about the matrix. I want to wish you a great week. Keep up all the good work. And I look forward to what you're going to be turning in. Have a wonderful week.